Hey, what's going on, Gaijins and Gaijins? This is Good Gaijin Greg, and I am back with another cooking video. Yep, here's gonna be episode number 2 of me cooking some stuff. And this time, I will be making transforming Furikake from Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars for my English watchers. And Furikake is basically seasoning for rice. And this is kind of what it looks like. This was beef brand. But yeah, you just sprinkle it over your rice and it makes your rice taste really good, actually. Really good. But this time I will be making a special Furikake that transforms as it heats up over your rice. And I will be making true transforming Furikake, not like some of those other YouTubers I've seen. They are missing one key ingredient that I will show you. All right, let's get started. Okay, first we're going to add 4 cups of water to a pot. Cold cups of water. Make sure it's cold. Next, we're going to add our kombu, or seaweed. If I can get this bag open with my wet hands. All right. All right, for the moment, we're done. Yeah, we have to let this steep for, honestly, you want to do it for about 2 or 3 hours to get, all that umami from the kombu. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and boil it for we're going to cook it for 10 minutes. So, yeah, let's, I guess, go do something else for the next 2 hours. Congratulations, you're a chef. Okay, now that you've let it sit there and steep for a while, and you're going to cook it for 10 minutes. Once it starts getting ready to boil, turn off the heat. Any scum you see on top, remove it. And you're going to strain out all of the seaweed that you have in here, and you'll be left with a kombu stock. Okay, now I have my kombu stock. I finished boiling it. I let it steep for another 10 minutes after I took it off the heat, and then I strained it out. And now we're going to add this, bonito flakes. Bonito is basically like the hardest food in the world when it's whole. And it's basically like in the tuna or mackerel family. And it's just kind of, they shave it off with a very, very big knife. And you have these little fish flakes. And yeah, they're really, really good. They're just packed with like a lot of flavor, a lot of umami. And we're going to go ahead and add that to our kombu stock. All right, now that we've let it steep for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and turn on this heat, and we're going to bring it up to a boil. Once it starts to boil, we're going to reduce it, and we're going to simmer for 30 seconds. And then after that, we're going to let it steep for another 10 minutes. I mean, we're making what's called a awase dashi stock. Awase dashi. And unfortunately, it takes a lot of steeping. All right, now that we're done with our awase bonito stock, we can go ahead and start actually cooking. So first we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil to a pan. And next, I've got some chicken wings here. all we're looking to do is brown the chicken on both sides. All right, folks, as you can see, we've got some solid browning going on our chicken. And I think we're about ready for the next step, which is adding our aromatics and all of our seasonings. All right, so we've got a tablespoon each of ground garlic, ginger, we got a tablespoon of sake, we got a tablespoon of sugar, we've got 50 cc's or 50 milliliters of milliliters of soy sauce or shoyu. And then we have 700 cc's or about 3 cups of our stock. So yeah, we're gonna bring this up to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we're gonna reduce it down to a simmer. And we're gonna let this reduce to about half. Okay, now that we've reduced our sauce, which smells absolutely amazing, by the way. It's got that sesame oil. It's been simmering with about 8 chicken wings, ginger, soy sauce, garlic, sake and sugar. Make sure you skim any scum off the top so you don't gotta worry about fat later. And we can start removing these chicken wings. Now we have this. And this is going to be our sauce for the furikake. This is basically going to be our seasoning, our furikake itself. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to put it in an ice bath and we're going to chill it for about 2 or 3 hours. So we're going to take this lovely sauce and pour it into a nice thin pan. And we're going to set it on ice. We're going to let it cool, put it in an ice bath. And once it cools off, we're going to stick it in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours until it becomes a jelly. And what I have here is a bit of oil, and I've got our wings, and we're going to heat them up and crisp them up. So after these are done crisping up, set them on a tray to dry. We've got some rice in the rice cooker now with a little bit of sake, adds a little bit of sweetness to it. And then after these wings are done, we're gonna go ahead and make our eggs. Okay folks, we're down to the wire. I've got some oil in a pan. And it's time to cook the eggs. There is a teaspoon of sugar and a pinch of salt in here. Delicious egginess in there. And for this one, you're going to have to go ahead and constantly stir because the recipe asks for curds. Thick, firm curds. At this point, we can turn the heat off. Keep stirring, keep stirring. Break them on up. As you can see, it takes no time to make eggs. And now we have eggs for our furikake. All right, everybody, I'm back, and we have our aspec, our seasoning for our furikake. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it melted. I mean, it solidified in the 3 hours I gave it, but it should still work just fine. But it should still be good. Now we're going to add something that most other YouTubers do not. The chicken that we use to make our sauce, I deep fried it and sliced it up. And now we have some nice bits of chicken on here, and then we finish it off with more of our sauce. Not transforming as much as I'd like, but still, it's transforming at least a little bit. Let's finish it off. All right, looks like we're finished, and we now have a bowl of transforming furikake. Shame it didn't transform the way I wanted it to, but live and learn. It still smells amazing. The sauce has melted into the eggs and the rice, and my mouth is watering, so let's give it a taste test. See if it came out as good as I'd hoped. Itadakimasu. This is actually the first time I've made this. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, my clothes aren't gonna come off. If you watch the anime, you get that. But yeah, chicken, the egg. Yeah, definitely try making this. It's really, really good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. Get out there, give it a shot. Hopefully your aspec becomes a bit more solid than mine. And I'll try it again. Hopefully it comes out a bit better. But live and learn. Might as well show you my failures as much as my successes. So We can both learn together. All right. Have a good one.